Namaste, welcome back to the Pragna channel, and you are watching AWS Real Time Cloud Projects series. And we are in season number 5, and so far we have finished 4 seasons. If you are new to this, I refer to season because in each season we do AWS Real Time Projects as a in a different role, right? To remind some of you, the first season we did it as a cloud practitioner, second season as a solutions architect, third as a data analytics, and fourth serverless developer, and fifth we are doing it as a security. All right, and we have 2 more seasons to go, which will be network infrastructure, I guess, and the final one will be machine learning. All right, that being said, so far we have done 52 projects. Yes, you heard me right. We did 52 projects. If you didn't watch any of them, I would recommend you to watch from the beginning. And project number 1 to 24 are part of a different playlist, which is called AWS Cloud Quest. And from 24 to the remaining will be in this playlist, which is AWS Real Time Projects for Beginners to Experts. Got it? So in this season, we have done, I think so far 5 projects, if I am not wrong. And today we are going to do 6th project, which is project number 53. Okay. And the project number 53 would be protecting data at rest. So what is this project about? The city's recycling center, they deployed a truck scheduling application that has greatly increased the efficiency of their pickups. Because the application contains potentially sensitive data, a security audit was requested. The compliance auditor asked the new engineer to research how the system and its attached volumes can be encrypted on AWS. So let's take that project from this person. I think this person is going to give us that project. Let's click on them. Thank goodness you are here, and just in time too. Hi, what seems to be the problem? Well, as you might know, we have set up a very sophisticated recycling program in the city. Not only are we taking in the normal paper, glass, and plastics, we are also implementing programs to clean up the waters around our island. That sounds amazing. I'm not sure I can be much help with that though. I left my scuba suit at home. Oh, don't worry. We have all of that covered. What many people don't realize is that along with these programs, we also shred and recycle documents from businesses around the city. This program aims to reduce the chances that a document with sensitive information such as credit card numbers accidentally gets into unauthorized hands. To accomplish this aim, we have implemented an application that contains scheduling information and GPS locations for our trucks routes around the city. The application has greatly increased our efficiency. I see. So, do you need help implementing the application? No, the application is deployed and currently running. We hired an outside consultant to audit the application, and they recommend that we encrypt the application's data volumes. Encryption would help protect sensitive documents from being stolen during pickup if someone breached the servers and stole the schedules and locations. That makes sense. We would hope those situations are unlikely, but it's important to do whatever you can to protect your customers' data. AWS Key Management Service is a great option to protect data in cases like this. I'm not familiar with that service. Can you explain how it would help? Sure. AWS KMS helps you create and manage cryptographic keys and control their use across a wide range of AWS services and in your applications. To accomplish your goal, we could create an AWS KMS customer managed key and use it to encrypt the data volumes on your server. That sounds great, but isn't storing encryption keys in the cloud dangerous? AWS KMS uses hardware security modules to generate and protect keys. Your keys are used only inside these devices and can never leave them unencrypted. Also, the security and quality controls in AWS KMS are certified under multiple compliance standards, which can really help you meet your own compliance obligations. This definitely sounds like a solution to our problem. Can you help us build a proof of concept to show our engineers using KMS keys for encryption? Sure, why not? Great, let's get to work. And you already might be saying like, we did this and this guy sucked while he did it. Well, I learned something from that project, so this time I don't think I will make the same mistake. So let's together do this. So what are we going to learn by the time we finish doing this project? Of course, we are going to learn how to create an encrypted Amazon EBS snapshot. We will use AWS KMS to manage encryption, which we already learned once, and we will create an AMI from an encrypted snapshot, and then we will replace unencrypted application server with encrypted instance. Awesome, let's get started. Okay, here we are. As usual, video concepts. Go ahead and watch this. And as always, I'm not going to play them here, but I would recommend you to watch them from this playlist. So you will see something pop up here. Click on that, search for the same name in that playlist and watch them, then come back and continue watching the rest of the project. Because these videos are very helpful. If you haven't watched them, I would highly recommend you to watch them. And you will love them, trust me. Try watching one of them and let me know in the comments if you don't like it. Because the way they explain is they use these um, images and it will just go into your head even if you are not interested in this topic. Okay, let's go back. And here we have our diagram steps. And what does this solution do? It uses Amazon Elastic Block Store or EBS snapshots and AWS KMS to encrypt the data volume of an application server while at rest. EBS is what? It's a storage device. So obviously we are encrypting the data while at rest, not in transit. The solution begins with the creation of an EBS snapshot of the application instance. This is the unencrypted application instance, and we are going to create an EBS snapshot. Because the instance is unencrypted, the snapshot is also unencrypted. Remember, this is unencrypted, so if you create a snapshot, it is also unencrypted. A new customer managed key is generated within AWS KMS. This key is used to encrypt and decrypt the new snapshot, and a copy is made of the unencrypted snapshot and the KMS key is applied to the copy. This creates an encrypted copy of the snapshot. Makes sense. When we created the snapshot, it, it was created as unencrypted because my application instance is unencrypted. But then we made a copy of the snapshot and during that we encrypted it. An encrypted Amazon machine image is then created from the snapshot. As you already know, using these snapshots, you can create an AMI as well. And the AMI you create out of an encrypted EBS snapshot will be, of course, encrypted. The AMI provides the template required to launch new instances. So whenever you launch new instances using this AMI, obviously that application is going to be encrypted. Using the AMI, a new encrypted version of the application instance is launched. This new application instance can now replace the unencrypted one. With automatic key rotation enabled, AWS KMS will generate new cryptographic material for the KMS every year. Awesome. Let's see what we have here as practice lab goals and the DIY. As part of the practice lab goals, we are going to create an AWS customer managed encryption key. As you already know, there are different KMS keys like AWS managed key, customer managed key. Encrypt an unencrypted volume snapshot of an application server, which is happening here. Then we'll create an AMI from the unencrypted snapshot. Then we will replace the unencrypted application server with the an encrypted instance. So what are we going to do as part of DIY? We will enable KMS key rotation on your customer managed key. This is very easy, which we have done in previous project. And we'll create a new Amazon EBS volume that is encrypted with your customer managed key. Okay, I think we already did it. Okay, that's fine. So let's go ahead and do our practice lab. Okay, let's start the lab. There aren't many steps and even the DIY looks simple, but we never know. And as usual, I am not going to read the concept, but I would recommend you to read the concept before I go into the next step. Because on every step there will be a concept I will show you. I want you to pause the video and read it. So let me click on next. I already started the lab, nothing there, and I already downloaded that file. So let's go into the next. So we are going to go with the EC2. So let me open my notepad so that I can make note of some names that they will be using to create these services. All right, here we are. Okay, there is already an instance running, of course, and we are going to go to networking. We'll copy the public IP address, and then we will enter with 443 at the end. That's the port, and on that port, I think they are trying to get the information whether the EC2 instance is encrypted or not. Awesome. So what I think we will do is, once we finish encrypting, when we run this, it should show true. And then we are going to go to the storage to identify our EBS volume. And then we will go click on that volume. So we'll go where? Storage. And once we are in the volumes, click on that, then it will take you to the volumes, and then as you can see it is not encrypted, and then we are going to click actions, and then we'll create a snapshot. Okay, and we are going to give the description as this one. Did they give it here? Okay, they didn't give it, but let me type it here just in case. Okay, what did they name it? My unencrypted snapshot. Okay, and the encryption is not encrypted because the application is not encrypted. Since we are creating a snapshot out of it, obviously it is not encrypted as well. Then we'll create the snapshot. Okay, then it's created. What are we going to do? Again, we are going to go to the snapshots, and then we'll see it's not encrypted. Okay, now we are going to go to KMS. And then we'll create that customer managed key by clicking on the create. And again, don't forget to read this. Pause, read it, then move to the next step. Let's create a key which we have done in one of the project. Okay, let me scroll this because there is too much here. So I will scroll slowly. You can read it. See, we are going to create symmetric key. We already discussed what a symmetric key is. If you forgot about it, when you create a symmetric key, it will create a single key both for encrypting and decrypting data. So let's click and then we'll click advanced, and we will pick KMS, key material origin. We are not going to choose any of those. Then it's a single region key. And let's name it my encryption key. I mean, it doesn't matter what you name it, but let's be consistent. Then click next, and we have to select a role where the key administrators are. We are going to select key KMS management role, which they already created it. And do you want to key deletion permission given? Sure, why not? Then define key usage. Who is going to use EC2? Okay, EC2 base role. Let's hope I remember it. Okay, that's done. And whatever we are doing, you can learn the concept from here. That's why I'm telling you to not skip, read that. Click next, and then we'll finish it. That's it. We have a customer managed symmetric key. Okay, now we are going to go to the snapshots because we are going to make a copy of the snapshot that we created earlier. So we'll select the unencrypted snapshot, copy snapshot, and while copying, you can encrypt it. That's the awesomeness. So you can give any description you want. And here there is an option like, do you want to encrypt it? When you select that, then you will have the KMS key drop down, and we will select whatever the KMS customer managed key we created. Then click next. Now you have another snapshot, and if we click that, it should show, you guessed it, encrypted. See, these things are very simple, but if you don't know how to do this, if somebody asks you a question, then our mind goes blank. But after watching this, if somebody asks you how to encrypt EBS, how to encrypt a snapshot, now you know, right? So that's why I recommend you guys to watch all the projects. And what did I promise you, by the time you finish all the 70-80 projects, you will get 3 years equivalent AWS developer experience. Trust me. Okay. By the time you watch all this, if you don't understand the first time, watch it again and again. All you are doing here is spending your time. You are not spending anything else. Okay. Spend the time, watch all these projects and get more than 3 years of experience as a developer without working. But since you didn't work, does that mean you don't know? You know, because you are seeing here 70 projects. Where will you get all this, right? So now we have an encrypted snapshot. What are we doing? We are going to create an AMI from that snapshot. How? Just click on that, create image from snapshot. Okay. And again, don't make the mistake of selecting the unencrypted snapshot and creating the image. Make sure you select the encrypted snapshot and create an image from it. Okay, then they are naming it this. I will name that as well. Select that. And we'll scroll down. Pretty much all the information will remain the same as the initial application. So let it review that once it's successfully created. And then this is our AMI that we just created. And if you go to details, and then click launch instance. So now we have the AMI, and then we are launching an EC2 instance from the AMI. So we are learning so many things here. Did you see that? We learned how to create a snapshot using a EC2 instance that is currently running. And did we stop the instance to create the snapshots? No. The instance is running and we create the snapshot out of it. And once we created the snapshot out of it, we created a copy of the snapshot and we encrypted it. Did we leave there? No. We used the encrypted snapshot and we created an AMI out of it, an encrypted AMI. Did we stop there? No. We are using the encrypted AMI and launching an EC2 instance using that. So we are learning too many things. I'm happy. I'm so happy we are doing this. All right. Now, while you are launching it, we can just name this the same, other, except the AMI part. Click that, and we will pick the T2 small because they are providing the lab, and we don't need uh, without a key pair because we're not going to log into that. And as usual, when you are creating an EC2 machine, you have to pick a VPC and then a subnet. There lab VPC, then public subnet 2, and you have to pick a security group as well if it is already not there. You create it, usually you create it, or if your organization has a security group that you have to use with each EC2, then we will go and select that by selecting this, then selecting this particular item. And we go to advanced and IAM instance profile. So here we are going to select an instance profile that is already created for us, which is app server instance. Okay, so what is it? An instance profile is a wrapper for an role. So right, because you are creating the EC2 instance, but whatever you run on the EC2 instance, it should access, right? If you're reading from S3 or if you're reading from Redshift, it should be able to access it. How do you do that? We usually attach an IAM role. Okay, but you directly cannot attach it. You use an instance profile to attach that IAM role. So there is already one, they created it for us, or you can create a new one. So when you create it, it will ask you to select an IAM role, right? But we already have it, so that's what we are selecting. And then this is a user data. So if you already didn't know, when you um, when you are starting a or when you are creating an EC2 instance, you can ask it to execute some commands after it is booted up. So how do you do that? You provide it part of user data, and here you can copy paste it. So what are they doing? They are updating the repository, then they are installing Python 3, and then they are changing to EC2 user directory, then they are copying some files from the directory onto this machine, and then they are unzipping it. So in that there is a requirements file pip, and then they are exporting, that's the region. So they are doing all this. Why? Because when we go to that IP address colon 8443, it should show whether it is encrypted or not. So they are just doing all this to get that information, which I already downloaded that file. So I will show you that script. It will look same thing like this. Once we do that, launch instance, and we are good to go. So then we'll take, I think, select that networking, click on the IP, and storage looks like, and you can see it is encrypted, yes, and KMS key ID. And we can also go to the IP address and see volume encryption status is true. Okay, so that's about the practice lab. Now let's close it and go home and sleep. No, of course not. We are not going to do that. We are going to do whatever we have seen. They do it. We have to do it on our own. That's how we are going to learn. Okay, this is not good. So let me refresh. Yep. Most of the time refresh does wonders. You know that? All right. So what do you guys think so far? At least I am excited for this project because I'm going to learn all these things. All right. Okay, let's go here. So the first thing they did is go to the app server, go to the networking, and then public IP address, copy it. And let me go here, 8443. And yes, as you can see, this is false. So let's go back. Okay, now let's go back here and let's click on storage. And there is only one volume that is attached to this one. And as you can see, this is not encrypted and there is no KMS key because it is not encrypted. Duh. And what is this? This is a GP2. Okay, let's select this. What are we doing? Now we have this, but we are going to create snapshot out of it. Snapshot is simple. Snapshot is like a during, so now I am creating it, right? So whatever that volume data is there, as of this time, we are going to create a snapshot. Snapshot in the sense like it's like a bookmark. Okay. So after, let's say, after I created the snapshot, maybe something happened to the volume. So if I want to go back to that time, I will just use that snapshot and then I can go back to however the volume was at that point in time. So basically that's a snapshot. You can do the snapshot to these volumes for databases and etc. Think of it as like a bookmark. Like you have a book and you are reading, right? And then you put a bookmark in the book, right? So that you can go back to that place. It's something like that. So it's very easy to create a snapshot. You go here, then select, you have to be in the volumes, right? Then create snapshot. And this snapshot, we are not giving any name, just description, whatever. Encrypted, I guess. And we are not creating any tags, but in real time you would create tags because in an organization each project or team will have their own tags so that they can track the expenses of that particular team. So usually there will be something called cost center. Each team will be given one. Okay, so what did we do? We created a snapshot out of it, but we are still in the volumes. If you want to go to the snapshot, you can click it, it will take you. Or I think somewhere here, if I scroll up or down, it will show you the snapshots. And this is the snapshot I created. And if you see, it's not encrypted. Hence, there is no KMS key ID. So what are we going to do now? Well, obviously, if we want to encrypt the snapshot, we need KMS key. So we are going to create a KMS key. And in this case, we are going to create a KMS managed key. Sorry, customer managed key. Customer managed key means the customer will have full control over it. Okay. And if it is AWS managed key, we won't have full control over it. AWS managed for us, obviously. So there will be questions uh, like if the customer wants to have a full ownership of it, full control over it, what type of AWS key you should use? Obviously, the answer is customer managed keys. So let's create one, and symmetric, obviously unencrypted, and the KMS single region next, and the alias or the name that we are going to give is this one. Description, I don't, yeah, here I think they selected KMS management role as the admin, and the usage I think they selected EC2 something, EC2 base role next. And you cannot change the key configuration of the keys. Yeah, that's fine. Symmetric, and that's the name, no tags. And this is the key policy that it created for us. Finish, and it's created. The key is created. Awesome. Now let's go back. And now what are we going to do? We are going to copy. Is this not ready? It is available. Okay. Now we are going to create a volume or image. No, we are going to copy the snapshot. That's how you will get to enable encryption. So when we are copying this description, I guess it doesn't matter. What you give, that's fine. The region is fine. So now you are going to select encrypt this snapshot. And guess what? We are going to use the key that we just created and copy. That's it. It's as simple as that. And it's pending. I think it should be done in some time. All right, it took a couple of minutes, but anyways, we finally finished it. And if I select this, and we are not surprised because we already know it's encrypted and we have the KMS key ID and the key alias that we created. So what are we going to do from here? Of course, I remember we are going to create an AMI from this. So how do you do that? Again, go to actions instead of copy. We are going to create image. Image is nothing but AMI. Okay, and image name, I'm just going to copy paste from the previous example. Description, nothing. Yeah, that's, we can leave everything as is. We don't want to take any risks, right? Create image, that's it. It's as simple as that. And if I select this, it should show as encrypted as well, right? Oh, this is snapshot, never mind. We'll go to AMIs. And if I select this, it's encrypted as well. If it's not good, okay, I think maybe here. Yeah, encrypted, yes, right? That's amazing. So now the next thing is we are going to use this encrypted AMI and we will launch instance from the AMI. So we are going to create or launch an EC2 machine using this encrypted AMI. Okay, it's already everything is populated. I think this told us to select small, but I think this is fine. It doesn't matter what we are doing. Key pair, not recommend. We don't want it. And we are going to select existing. Hold on a minute. I think I need to edit this and select lab VPC. I think that is fine. And the security group is this one. Uh, are we changing anything here? I don't think we are changing anything here. Advanced details. I think, yeah, instance profile. I'm going to select this one. And I think I will leave the remaining. Oh, here, user data. I almost forgot about it. Okay, the file I downloaded. Let me open that up. It's this one. I don't think I can open it. Okay, here we go. Oh, it actually opened. Nice. So it's the same thing that I showed you previously. So let's copy this and we are going to use it here so that, and this is not base64 encoded. So when it creates the EC2 and starts it, after starting it, it immediately executes all those. So let me pause here because it will take some time. If I go to instances, it will say starting and etc pending. So I will come back once that is done. All right, I mean, it didn't take much time, but here we have, and as usual, if I click on this and go to storage, it will show encrypted. But we also have another app that is running on the server where we can go here and let's replace this with this one, enter. And as you can see, volume encryption status is a success. I think pretty much that's it. I enjoyed it. I don't know if you guys enjoyed it, but you can let me know if you enjoyed it or not in the comments. Go ahead, comment it. Seriously. Should I be the only one who should be always talking? You guys should talk to me as well. So go there, let me know what you thought about that. Okay, so now we are going to enable KMS key rotation on your customer managed key. Okay, fine. Where is our KMS? Do we even have it? I don't think we have it. Oh, we have it here. Let's close here. How did we do it last time? I think here, right? Yeah, key rotation. Automatically rotate this key and save it. Yep, it's as simple as that. You guys might thought like, oh, how do we have to write a program, etc. Nope. Create a new Amazon EBS volume that is encrypted with your customer managed key. Oh, that is easy. Did they give a name? Oh, here we are going to anyways provide that. Okay, the key ID I can copy from here. I think this is the key ID. And we'll go and enter it here so that they can validate it later. And EBS volume ID, I will just go to volumes. And they didn't ask us to create it from here. They asked us to create a volume. I think we just, it doesn't matter. We are going to just select encrypt this volume, my encryption key. I think that's it. Oh, I think we need to, hold on a minute. You're not a operation, okay. Well, they asked me to create it. Okay, what am I missing? Let me go here. This is not okay. Sometimes I have to click it twice. No? Okay, no wonder. No, still no? Okay. It's as simple as that, creating what it is. It looks like the permissions that was given to this. I'm unable to do it, but let's see what are they talking. Oh, smaller than 20 GB. How is that a hint? Okay, I think they created the permission in such a way that you can only create that one. Okay, that's fine. That's my encryption key. Create it. Okay, that's it. We have it. And they are asking us to copy the volume ID. Is that it? Yep, it is. Okay, there is a copy here. I think that's about it. I want to see green, 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 green. Yes, you did it. You successfully set up key rotation and created a new encrypted EBS volume. Now return to the city and give your customer the good news. So what do you guys think? Seriously, I want you to let me know in the comments. Just spend 30 seconds and interact with me. I would also want to know how you guys are feeling about these projects, etc. Because at least I learned so many things here, right? Okay, if we have to review the things we learned, what did we learn? We learned how to create a snapshot from an EC2 instance that is running. You don't have to shut it down. A running instance, we created the snapshot. And then we created a KMS customer managed key. Then we copied the snapshot and we encrypted it during copy using the KMS key we created. And then we used that encrypted snapshot and created an AMI image, which is encrypted. And using the encrypted AMI, we provisioned an EC2 instance. Okay. And also we created a brand new EBS snapshot, which is encrypted using the KMS key, and we also enabled the rotation. So those are, I mean, I like it. I like this project. This is just what we needed. Thank you. Choose a reward. I think I will pick this. So I am happy about what we learned so far in this one. And the tough part is the questions, because last time I didn't do well. Okay, so fireworks, I wish I could see scroll that, but I guess not. That's okay. And you already know it's feedback time. And I always give 5 stars because I don't have any complaints whatsoever. So let's do that. And the feedback time, go ahead guys. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. We are not done yet. Okay, so the important part is right now. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to like and comment. That is important because we want other people to come and watch these videos and learn it as well, right? So that is in your hands. I cannot make these videos visible to all of the people, but you guys can do it. How can you guys do it? By clicking like, comment, subscribing, enabling the notification bells and etc. So when you do that, YouTube recommends this video to whoever searches for AWS projects. So this is in your hands. I am counting on you people. So please go ahead and do that. What is an example of using AWS KMS to encrypt objects in an Amazon S3 bucket? Okay, so it is not called client side because KMS is server side. So let's select that. Collect. Okay, where are you going? Okay, so if you haven't, go like, comment, subscribe, enable notification bell icon, etc. When an AWS KMS key is rotated, all resources encrypted with that key must be encrypted with the new version. No, I don't think you're doing the new version. It is just the same key. All right, so far so good. What is an example of encrypting an Amazon EBS volume attached to an EC2 instance? What do you guys think? Obviously, it is protecting data at rest. It's not in transit, they're not on premises, it's at rest. These are easy compared to the last time. Okay, so far so good, so far good. Which statements are true regarding the deletion of AWS KMS keys? This we might go wrong. The key can be deleted immediately. I think mm, any resources encrypted with the deleted key will be unrecoverable. Yeah, I think that is true. Any resources encrypted with the deleted key will still be accessible from original account. I think it's this. I'm confused. Let's see. Between these two, a waiting period of days exists between the deletion request and the actual deletion. Is that the case? I don't know. I'll just select this. Let's go to the hint and see it. It's a destructive and potential danger. It deletes the key material and all metadata and is irreversible. After KM, you can no longer decrypt the data that was encrypted under, which means the data. Oh, yeah, is the first option I picked, I guess. You should delete a KMS key when you are sure that you don't need to use it anymore. If you are not sure, consider disabling the instead of deleting. You can re-enable it, okay, but you can not recover a key. You can only schedule the deletion of managed key. You cannot delete managed keys or AWS owned keys. Before deleting, you might want to know how many, okay, does not store this information. So therefore, deletion and a mandatory waiting period expires. I am assuming that mandatory period is 7 to 30 days. Yep, got it. It's not this, it's this one. Got it. I learned something else. Maybe this was already provided as part of the concept in the videos. I don't know. But so far, no failures. I mean, failures is fine. We learn at least from it. How frequently does AWS KMS rotate a key when the rotation is enabled? We already know it once a year. It is possible to enforce encryption of all new Amazon EBS volumes and snapshot by default in an account. It is possible to enforce encryption of. I think we can. I think we can do it from organizations. You can configure your AWS account. Yeah, AWS account. You can do it at organization level as well to enforce the encryption. See, I know. I know. Yeah, today I am on a roll. Okay. Which methods are valid for creating AWS KMS key? Hmm. Okay, there are three. Obviously, we used management console. That we can do. I think we can do that from cloud formation as well. And I think API. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Keys in console or by creating or create key operation. Is that an API? I am assuming it's an API. Okay, it's not showing much, but I think using create key. What is this? I'm assuming that's it. I don't think it is this. And I am correct once again. Okay, where are these guys? These guys are running away from me. Usually there aren't this many questions, but did I hit an orange one? Yes, I guess I did hit an orange one. Okay, Lambda, I hope we have those cards. Okay, let's see. In the last video, I didn't do these architecture quizzes. Let's hope we have the cards for doing this. Okay, here we are, and looks like I don't have a secrets manager. Bummer. Okay, let's exit. That's all right. You can go. You can go. Which AWS service can track the use of AWS KMS keys for auditing regulator compliance? We know that if whenever there is something about tracking, it's CloudTrail. Protecting data at rest also applies to limiting the number of people who have access to sensitive data. Sure, why not? Okay, okay. I think we might have out of KMS questions, or maybe not. What must occur to encrypt an existing unencrypted EBS snapshot? We just did one of these methods. Which one? The user must copy the existing snapshot and then enable encryption, or the user must delete the existing snapshot and then recreate it with encryption enabled. The user must associate. No, you cannot do that. Isn't that the point? So this we did it, and even this I guess we didn't delete it, but we created a brand new one. Awesome. Okay, where are the blue ones? No one, no. Wow, there isn't even a one. Okay, it looks. I see one there. Oh, I think I never hit something that far. Okay, let's go. Let's hope we will make it within this time. Can we? I think we can. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yes. Okay, I think we are done with KMS questions. Which AWS service can streaming data be loaded into using Firehose? Firehose. Okay. Definitely search. Definitely S3 Redshift. All right, I think that's about it, guys and girls. I hope you enjoyed today's project. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot about encrypting snapshots, AMIs, as well as your EC2 instances. If you did like it, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment. Don't forget about liking and comment. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Love you all. See you in the next video. Peace out.